What's going on, guys? Frankie Forsyth back here with another video. And it's been a little while, but I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about something that I've probably touched on before on this channel a little bit. But I mean, I keep coming across it more and more in my daily life. I keep seeing this. I mean, I'm sure everybody else does too, but it's the title of this video, and what I'm going to talk about is it's really sad what society and the elites have done to women, because they've made so many women masculine through propaganda, essentially, and promoting masculine behaviors in women, promoting femininity in men, which obviously is going to inspire and bring masculinity out of women. And the saddest part, in my opinion, isn't that a lot of women are masculine. The saddest part is that the feminine women who are not susceptible to their energy being changed in this way, like they aren't susceptible to their yin being changed to yang. They aren't susceptible of essentially the black magic that's being put on them, the hex, if you will, that's being put on them to make them have more yang energy. They are not susceptible to this, but in the end they are just manipulated, because feminine women are the most easily manipulated people, besides like kids and children, obviously, because they're vulnerable. But after that comes feminine women. And I think this is a reason why a lot of women become masculine. But the truly feminine women are just manipulated. Of course, not in the way to make them more masculine, but in a way that kind of makes them like more attention whores, that pushes them into their like dark femininity almost. They start getting, lip fillers to look better. They start getting BBLs and stuff like this to want to appear sexier to men. But in all honesty, real men can A, tell the difference between women who have fake bodies and women who have real bodies, and B, aren't attracted to on a further level than maybe physicality to women with fake bodies. And I mean, a lot of them honestly aren't even attractive anyways to begin with, like their bodies, when they augment them in these ways. Like a lot of them really just go over the top and it looks ridiculous. And this is what I mean. It's just sad that these women have been manipulated in this way to think that they have to essentially mutilate their bodies to appear sexy to men. Which, honestly, all you really have to do to appear sexy to a man is be feminine, kind, and sexually open to just him, not to every man, but to be sexually open to that one man, and not, go around flirting with a bunch of other guys. And you really don't have to be that attractive. I mean, you could be a 6, a 7, and I guarantee you a bunch of guys will want you if you're feminine and kind like this. But so many things today are so superficial, and every woman just thinks looks are everything. And every man, which is even more sad, is starting to think this way as well. They think that looks are everything. Like, you even have some fucking men getting... I don't even want to start with this shit, bro. Like you literally have men. This is even worse than the women, because at least men have a little responsibility over their fucking... They're not easily manipulated, but bro, you have men getting like surgeries to make their dicks bigger, surgeries to make them taller. You even have men getting plastic surgery on their face and shit. And don't even get me started on those guys that inject like synthol into their arms to make their muscles look bigger. Like, talk about dark femininity. Like, a man with dark femininity? Because dark masculinity is like, essentially, you see like serial killers and rapists and shit like that. And obviously this isn't real masculinity. It's just like dark femininity isn't real femininity. It's just a psychopathic way of expressing that energy. And the same thing, like I said, for rapists and serial killers and stuff like this, and heavy like Machiavellian manipulators. Like, these people are just dark masculine people. But like I said, nowadays you have fucking dark feminine men. Like, this shit is fucking weird, bro. And I'll tell you right now that if you're a woman that happens to be watching this video, or if you're a man, a real man, and you'll probably agree with me, the most valuable thing out of a woman isn't her looks. It's not how much she does for you. It's not how much money she has, obviously. It's not even how smart she is. The most valuable thing in a woman is her heart. Because the amount of love that she can give you and your family when you are ready to start a family with this woman, that's everything, really. The most valuable thing in a woman is how big her heart is. Not how big her fucking ass is, not how big her tits are. Don't get me wrong, we all love that, right? We all would like a woman that's got a fucking nice ass and stuff like this, but that is not the most valuable thing from a woman. And in case you're wondering, you happen to be a man watching this channel, for the real women in the world, I mean, clearly you have superficial men and women, shallow men and women who, like, for example, the shallow men who just think on a fleshly level, they, at the top of their priority list in a woman would be, you know, a fat, nice ass, and that she's into him and she's willing to have sex, right? For a woman, surface level things would be things like, you know, money, even status, or their body, how sexy their body is to them, how broad their shoulders are, how muscular they are. These are all superficial things. But like I was going to say, the real women in the world, the real women that want a masculine man to lead a family, a virile man, how do you say that? Virile man. The virility. A man with virility. A man who can not only, there was a quote I read the other day, like, a man who is not how do you say this word? not the adjective, or the adjective rather, not the noun. He is virile. You know what I mean, virility. A man who is not virile is, he can reproduce children, but he will just end up reproducing children like himself. He will end up reproducing weaklings. But a man with virility, a man with strength, integrity, principles, he can produce a lineage. He can produce a legacy of men and women, like, you know, the men that he reproduces, and his sons will be masculine and leaders and will have families of their own. And the women, the daughters that he has, will be feminine and seek a man like their father, you know? And this is the difference between a weak man and a strong man, essentially. Well, when it comes to the reproductive cycle and how families operate, is virility. A real woman is looking for a virile man, and a man's value to these women is in his values, his principles. A man's value is in his values, what he values. Obviously, these women want a man with just values and values that will lead her family, you know, in the right direction. Anyways, that's all I really had to say for this one. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, it's very sad what has come of women today. It's not entirely their faults. I mean, everybody has to take accountability to some extent, right? But there is a lot of propaganda and stuff like this, and women are much more susceptible to this shit as men. And I feel bad. I really do. I feel for them. I feel bad for them that this has gotten them to act in this way. But as for the men who act like bitches, essentially, as for the men who act like essentially exuding dark feminine energy, like fucking getting surgeries to make their penis bigger and shit like this, like, what the fuck is the matter with you, bro? You are so fucking lost as a man if you are getting a surgery to make your penis bigger. Are you serious, bro? Not only does that scream insecurity, that just screams fucking mental instability. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, guys, don't get surgery on your cock. Yeah. Stay masculine, boys. Stay on the journey to virility and principles. You know, spirituality, semen retention, stuff like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully soon. Peace out, bro.